Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. Today we're going to have a look at how to improve your wrist conditions coming into impact, really to help you get those hands forward a lot more through impact and as you strike the ball. And we can also work on position of the club face as we do that as well. So it's going to be great to give you a much better strike, much more solid strike, and more accuracy. So what you're going to need is a resistance band. Don't take anything too strong, just something with sort of a medium resistance, so you're going to be able to feel the pull in the resistance band. You just want to tie a knot into one end of it, and that's going to go up over your, if you're a right-handed golfer, up over your left arm and up to your left shoulder, okay? Then just at the other end, you want to do the same thing, just tie a small knot, and your your middle finger is going to go through there, so that when you have that in position, you can feel a bit of resistance in that resistance band there, okay? So it's not slack, there is resistance in it. You can either tuck the resistance band just into your palm, or if you're going to use this permanently, just cut that off in that correct position there for you. But there's resistance there. It's not the sort of, I'm not trying too hard to straighten my arm, but there is resistance, I can feel that there. Okay, if I go to hold my golf club now from this position, then what we'll see is at setup, as I set up, I should have a gap between the resistance band and my left wrist. Okay, and that is the correct position to have that arm starting in, with that band there, okay, with that gap between the band and the wrist. Now what we want to work on doing is, as we swing, we're going to swing the club back, we're going to have that gap there, and as we get to the top, we're going to try and push your wrist up against the resistance band. Okay, so that's going to really help you, if you watch from this angle, it's going to really help you get a much better wrist position at the top there. Okay, rather than still having that gap, just push your wrist up as much as you can, and it'll teach you how to get hands and wrists into the correct position. However, the main thing to do is on that downswing, we want to be making sure that on that downswing, as we come back into impact, we haven't got that gap. Okay, so we might have started with the gap, but we've swung the club back, and as we come into impact, we've got rid of that gap, and you can see there's no gap there between the resistance band and my arm there. So that'll really help you get the correct wrist conditions. If you are opening the club face up too much, as you come in, you might be getting the band with no gap against your hand, but you'll be able to see this side of your arm. Okay, and if you've rotated your arm into this position so you can see your arm on the left side of the band, that club face is going to be quite open as you come in. So what we want to work on doing as we're coming into impact is pushing the wrist against the band, but only being able to see the band. So from here, I can't see my arm on the left side of that band, and that's got me in the right position to then turn through and to strike the shot. You'll be able to hit shots with that arm, but I would just do that to start with, just to get the feeling of the correct wrist conditions, the correct hand position, the correct arm position, on how that feels. But if you work on that, it'll help you get the hands much more ahead through impact. You'll be able to get that club face a lot squarer as well, and you'll start hitting much more solid, consistent golf shots. It's a game-changing golf tip.